All right, so this is English words for Spanish speakers, Ironworker words, lingo. Part two. So this one's going to be a bit shorter than the first part. And I'm hoping to have at least 5 parts of these videos to try to incorporate as many words as I can find, come up with. That way you can pick up on those words and understand what everybody's talking about. So the first word is acetylene. Acetylene. So it's a type of fuel. Here at the hall we use propane, it's cheaper for a torch setup. So acetylene. The next word is anchor bolt. Anchor bolt. And it's what holds the columns down and other things. Bar joist is the next word. Bar joist. Barrel pin. Barrel pin. Beamer. Beamer. Beckett. Beckett, and I've included 2 pictures. One is the Beckett knot that we use for reeving rope and tackle, as well as the Beckett used on a headache ball to attach the cable to the headache ball. Then you have boom, 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 and as I've shown you, or I show you here, there are 2 types of booms. You have the telescopic that extends out, and then you have the lattice boom, which is a structure. It doesn't telescope out. Break time, break, like you're breaking something. Break time. Bow line, bow line, or some people say bowline. But it's bow line, a type of hitch or knot, however you want to interpret that. Every ironworker should know this one, so learn it, practice it. Bull pin, bull pin. And I think in Spanish you guys say toro for bull. So bull or toro, pin, bull pin. Burning glasses, burning glasses. And every time you cut with the torch, you should have some type of protection over your eyes because it'll ruin your eyes over time. It emits a UV light. Not as bad as welding, but still. Let's see. Cable clamp. Cable clamp. Cable clamp. Channel. Channel. Chipping hammer. Chipping hammer. Chipping hammer. Clove hitch. Clove. There's a V. Clove hitch. That's another knot that every ironworker should know, or hitch. Cribbing. 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 Different than dunnage. It serves a different purpose. I know that we, as ironworkers, we typically interchange them, but it's the purpose is what gives it a different name. So cribbing. Decking. I'm sure you've seen this many times. Decking. Decking is what we call it. It's the, well, there's a picture. Dog it off. Dog it off. So this is a crane signal. It's used to tell the operator to put everything in neutral and to lock the brakes. Take a little break or something like that. Dog it off. And then dolly. Everybody's typically seen this. Dolly. Drawings. drawings, drawings. These are the prints, the drawings, however you want to refer to it, the plans of the structure. The next word is torch cart. Torch cart. So the torch cart has an oxygen bottle, a acetylene bottle, and that is your torch setup. But I'm specifically talking about the cart at this time. Torch cart. East, the direction, east. So I've included a picture of a sunrise. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. So east. Elevation, elevation, elevation. And the English and Spanish word is pretty close. So that one's not very hard, but it refers to elevation, that top of steel, anchor bolt projections, whatever it is, dealing with, I don't want to get into it, elevation from the ground up to a certain point is what it should be. How about that? Embed. Embed. A lot of people just say embed, but it's a plate that has studs welded onto it, and they are cast into concrete, and then we will weld lugs onto them, beams, angles, stuff like that. It's a way to attach a metal object to a concrete object. So you need something metal to weld to, right? So an embed is how we accomplish that. They're going to be galvanized. So endo, endo. So just like it's spelled, endo, and that means lining up the ends of an object to where all the ends are lined up. And the idea is that if you're going to mark all of these angles, channels, at a certain length, you got to cut them all off or cut 1 foot off. You get your endo, you line up all the ends, then you go out 1 foot, and you could draw a line across all of them using a straight edge, right? You mark the first one and then the last one straight edge, but the endo is very important. So it's important that you understand that. Endo. I did have a few comments about the Spanish words that I've chosen. I did the best I could as an English speaker. I used ChatGPT. It's in Mexico Spanish, common words that are used in reference to Ironworker tools, right? Because words are interchangeable depending on the application, how you apply them. So I wanted it to be Ironworker focused. But one thing that I did notice is that there's a division on which words because of different regions of Mexico, Puerto Rico, and other areas. So hopefully this will kind of act as a way to learn just common words, or whatever, so that you guys can agree or communicate, maybe, I don't know. But at the same time, I've listened to quite a few Spanish speakers that either they don't know, they've only learned it in English, I get it, or they have disagreements over which word would be best suited for it. So I threw my hands up and I was like, look, I'm teaching English is what I'm doing. I'm not teaching Spanish, all right? So you guys can argue about it or whatever. The Spanish words are just to help along kind of thing, you know what I mean? Or else, or at the very least help kind of unify what word to use in Spanish when you guys are speaking Spanish about a thing. That'll do it. So look forward to the other parts.